And for tourists visiting Taiwan, night markets are a top destination for the food, culture, and long history. But they are also crowded and can be noisy and dirty, leading to many complaints from local residents. Tonight, we look at 3 night markets in Taipei and see how the city government's efforts to clean them up have threatened their very existence.
This is from the 1970s. It's the Keelung Night Market, with a line of vendors operating under incandescent bulbs, selling everything from oyster omelets to meat dumplings. This lively night market scene has continued for decades with little change.
In the past, temples were the most important public space. Many farmers would congregate at the start and middle of each month. They would bring their agricultural goods here to the edge of the city and begin selling them. We all know that Taiwan is a tropical area and the cities are hot in the daytime. At night, it gets a little cooler and more people venture out of their homes. So the markets based around these temples became night markets.
Night markets are an important part of Taiwan culture, but it seems like many could be doomed. This is Taipei's Shida Night Market, a high-profile location that was voted the most popular tourist night market.
The Shida Market attracts many tour buses, with an average of 50 coming a day. There are even more on Friday and Saturday.
A booming business causes problems, particularly environmental degradation. In 2002, the Taipei government decided to invest 700 million NT dollars to improve the area. They moved part of the night market underground to a space that could accommodate thousands of visitors. But before this plan was implemented, both vendors and scholars had misgivings.
If there is a fire, then how would you escape? Who can guarantee that there will be no fire? There's so many gas ranges in operation.
The city government attempted to answer some of these concerns by inviting the media on a tour of the new facilities. Last December 25th, the opening of the new Shida Night Market attracted a big crowd, but the problem of smoke in this underground space still had not been solved.
There's a feeling of being closed in. There's no fresh air and many different smells and flavors are mixing together.
While it takes a market many years to come together, all of this hard work can be destroyed in a matter of days. One of the best examples is the Chengcheng Circle, which was founded in 1901. It had a century of history behind it, but the Taipei government nearly destroyed it in just a short amount of time. In 2001, then Taipei Mayor Ma Ying-jeou decided to spend 70 million NT dollars to transform this area. After 2 years of work, a new glass curtain was put around the building. Though poor design and inadequate traffic and transportation measures led business to drop. In 2006, the building was closed. A revamp began that lasted until 2008. In 2011, it closed again for the same reasons, and reconstruction work was commissioned once again. In April, it reopened again, but the memories associated with the area were lost forever.
We shouldn't take something old and alter it for our purposes. We should take something old and respect it and the nostalgia associated with it.
Shida is home to another night market that could be on the decline. At the end of 2011, local residents held a protest, marching through the area with signs asking for peace and quiet to be restored. During the past 2 years, the area had quickly expanded, reaching almost 700 stores. Many neighbors become annoyed with the noise and fumes from cooking. They ultimately banded together to fight for their homeowner rights.
During Lunar New Year, entire tour buses came, bringing tourists who spoke English and Cantonese to this residential area. If you can do it here, can you also do it at the palace? Every day, 30,000 people are strolling outside our front door.
In an unfortunate twist, Shida Night Market is one of the tourist spots heavily promoted by the Taipei government. Now local residents have pressured the city to step up raids on unlicensed businesses and even remove the area's name from the MRT station. One sign, which originally said Shida Night Market, was covered up.
The current legal zone of operation will not expand. We will seek ways to improve residents' quality of life in areas such as public safety, fire safety, and noise and air pollution.
Most of the major businesses on Pucheng Street are licensed, issue receipts, and have applied for tax registration. I think that all of these businesses are legitimate.
Taipei has 59 business districts. In the future, all 59 of these districts could face the same problems we face. And if it's just a problem with the Shida business district, then it's unfair to these local businesses.
Residents and businesses in the area are obviously at odds. The conflict stems back to October 2011. After 4 months of protests from residents, the Taipei government issued 200 notices to businesses to suspend operations. It also closed the restaurants on the popular Po-fenFu street. Problems have marred the Keelung Circle, Keelung Night Market, and now the Shida Night Market. Wherever the government takes action based on complaints of local residents, it seems as if the night market culture is destined to perish.